Howdy ho, neighbor. From
Hello.
the 30014. That's Covington.
Newton County.
Newton, back in the hood, the Newton neighborhood, representing here.
We're
at the
late
Stinnett
because we're at a multi-birthday party.
We're catching up on all the birthday parties for the last
Since we were in school.
COVID-19 months. You know what I mean?
So we are celebrating 6 birthdays at one time.
6 birthdays. Some of us come from very large families. Others of us have my dad and cousin watching, 2 cousins watching tonight, and we got it covered. But anyway, yeah, we're at Natalie and Blake's house in Covington.
Their lovely front
Beautiful.
porch.
Y'all only got a golf cart? Oh my goodness.
We rode the golf cart to town and got some wings.
I'm not gonna lie, Madison folks, it was Rudy Boo's. Like the one that was in Madison that went out of business. Didn't go out of business
Rudy
here.
Boo's. Still here.
So we got some wings and decided we'd jump on the front porch of Natalie and Blake's house. Everybody else is on the back
There's
porch.
about 97 people on the back porch.
No, there's not. Don't tell the state of Michigan or York.
No, there's 14.
Tell
Really?
Kemp, though.
I don't know.
All right, anyway,
There's
neither here nor
17 of us. I don't know.
But we did want to jump on here just for a little bit and say hello to everybody. I really can't see some of those. I think it's Wayne Seymour.
Mm-hmm.
Wayne, sorry I couldn't get together last weekend, man. Maybe next time. I'm excited about it. But
Next time for sure.
wanted to catch up with everybody just for a little bit on the front porch. Zachary, you recognize this porch? It's your sister's porch, not this one, the other one.
Different sister.
But we're going to be jumping in Colossians 3 tonight, just looking mainly just 1 or 2 verses that really have stood out to us for our married life and Shantae for her entire life, most of her life. But just wanted to, I guess I'm sitting far back, I can lean up. Just wanted to get on here for a little bit and say hey to everybody. Hope you had a great Thursday. Hope you had a great Thursday. Got the sermon written today.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, well, I guess I was still home for that.
I did. You had a meeting with the superintendent. Nothing big.
Yay, I got to meet
Nothing
the
big.
superintendent. I've met him before, but
Just hanging out with the
had
big
a
leagues.
meeting
You know,
with
I
other
was
new
hanging out with
teachers. It was fun.
big leagues.
It's fun to have a job.
Here we go. We're going to figure this thing out.
Yes, we are. We definitely are. So tonight's chapter was Colossians 3, and it really is a great, great chapter as a whole. But
Yep.
my life verse comes from Colossians chapter 3. Danny already probably said it's verse 23, and then into 24.
Yeah.
When I was very young, on my birthday, March 23rd,
Which is 3:23.
I decided to go through the Bible and look at the verses that had my birthday.
That's fun.
And when I got to Colossians, I just thought, this is the one. And so it says, whatever you do, do it as if you are serving the Lord and not human masters or not for men. And your reward will be with Him. And so that verse has really carried me through all of the things in my life, every milestone, every goal that I've set.
Yeah.
And I've never been disappointed with the outcome of that. It's carried me into my professional life and ministry and our family. If even the little bitty things that I've done with babies at home and just the little things that seem tedious, if you put yourself in a mindset that you are doing it for the Lord and not for the people around you necessarily, it really does. The people around you appreciate it too, because it comes out a much better standard and just done more well than if you were trying to please another person or doing it for some other motivation. So I love that verse.
And I think that there's something to that some of us, I think the older we get, or the older I've gotten, the more I put thinking or worrying or getting anxious about what type of people I'm putting myself in front of to make sure I'm loving them with the love of the Lord, or doing what the Lord's calling me to do, or living in the right place, or working at the right place. But we consistently come back to this in our married life and in our ministry, that we really believe God is simply calling us to love the people that are standing right in front of us, wherever that may be, at whatever time that may be. Mother Teresa once said, if you want to change the world, go home and love your family. The simplest of things. And she was taking care of orphans in India, which is a notable task. Like I'm saying, some people need to be called to do that. But if you're working at an orphanage in Calcutta, India, or caring for young children at home, know that this verse that we're talking about tonight, I mean, it's a blessing to God. And I fully believe if you serve whoever's right in front of you, whether they're your own children or somebody at a corporate executive office, that's what God calls us to do.
It's really my favorite thing that it says, whatever you do. So it doesn't just say when you have a big accomplishment in your life, make sure that those big accomplishments are for the Lord, or you dedicate it. Whatever you are doing right now, whether it's something very small or something that seems like the biggest moment of your life, I think if you are in your mind pleasing the Lord in that moment, you're going to see a lot of reward from that. And I personally have lived that out in my life, and I've seen the rewards from that always.
Yeah, you've done it really well.
Thanks. So far.
So far. We'll get back to you in 5 or 6 years and let you know how we're doing. But that's anyway. We just kind of wanted to camp out just
5 or
even in
6
that one verse, and it's a little bit shorter tonight because we are
At a birthday
at a
party
family function.
for
But we
6
did want to
people.
jump on here for a little bit and just remind everybody that whatever you're doing tonight, whatever you're doing later this week or this weekend, work at it as if you're working for the Lord, not for anybody else. It changes the perspective. You know, it can change your perspective sometimes.
You don't have to worry about any people or what any people think if you're just worried about what the Lord thinks.
Yep.
So it takes all the worry out of it.
Trust Him.
For sure.
Let Him do the heavy lifting there.
You
We're
guys
glad
have
that
a
everybody
great
jumped on here. Hey to everybody. I
evening.
can't see from this far away. I'm not quite sure
You
why.
need glasses.
No.
Yes,
no.
you do.
No.
Yes, you do. We went to the eye doctor a couple of years ago, and I was dismayed that he told me that I needed glasses, and Danny did not need glasses. And since then, how much have I needed those glasses?
How much have
like
you worn them is the
4
question.
times, and you have needed them every day, and you never wear
There you go.
I'm gonna get my butt.
them.
Every
Hey,
day. All right, everybody.
All right,
we
we
will
have
see you tomorrow night
relatives.
at 7 o'clock. This Sunday, there's a drive-in at Morgan County High School.
At
Come on out and
10,
join us at
10,
10 o'clock. At
o'clock.
10 o'clock.
not
And we're
11.
going to start working our way back into the building the next week. So a lot of information coming up about that. Some exciting stuff coming up in the next couple weeks, y'all. Make sure you can be at church or check us out online, and we'll get you all the updates. Thankful for you. Holla back.
We will see you tomorrow night. Bye.